Hello! I am so glad that I'm able to send this today. I'm going to assume that things are going well with the material that we worked on last week. If that is not the case, you can go ahead and send me a message and let me know what you're having trouble with, and I can kind of guide you from there. But I wanted to jump in and take a look at some new material with you today. We are on page 50 in our book, and we're doing something brand new today that is very exciting. We are moving into G position. And so previously we had our hands in C position, where we had our left hand pinky on bass C, D, E, F, and G, and our right hand thumb was on middle C, D, E, F, and G. We're going to take our hands and we're going to move them to a different place on the piano keyboard. But do not worry too much. This is not as difficult as it sounds. It's just exciting. Instead of starting on a C, we're going to be starting on a G. And if you remember, right now your left hand thumb is on a G, so we just have to move our pinky on that same G. G, A, B, C, D. That is where we're putting our left hand thumb. Remember, we're moving it up. Originally we were down here, C, D, E, F, G, C, D, E, F, and G. So our thumb is already where we need to be starting. We just move our hand up by 4 keys. So our pinky is now on G, A, B, C, and D. That's where our left hand is placed. We're going to skip 1, 2 notes right here, and then our right hand thumb goes on the next G. A, B, C, and D. So our left hand goes G, A, B, C, D. Right hand goes G, A, B, C, D. You can see at the top of the page, we have the notes laid out for us. This is the top of page 50 where it says G position. Right here. It's lined up. There is the note on the staff, and up above is the note on the keyboard. G, A, B, C, and D. In the left hand, those are on the bass clef. And G, A, B, C, D. In the right hand, those are in the treble clef. Now, take a look. Our D in the left hand, it has this line under it. We're used to knowing that the C has little cat whiskers on it, middle C. But we can have those cat whiskers on other notes too. In this case, D is completely above that little line. That is called a ledger line. Ledger lines are going to become part of what we see as we're working with our music. A ledger line is just kind of an extension of the staff lines. We've got the regular staff lines, and then if we need to go up a little bit more, it's kind of like using a step ladder to get up to a higher cupboard or down to a lower spot in the basement. We can move above the treble clef, we can move below the bass clef, or we can use those ledger lines in between the treble and bass clef, as we are doing in this case. So we've got a couple of exercises that we're doing on page 50. Remember where to place your hands. G, A, B, C, D in the left hand, and right hand goes G, A, B, C, and D. So what we need to do is play first. We're doing intervals, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and then our left hand goes second, third, fourth, and fifth. Repeat. So those are our melodic intervals. We know those notes are just going one at a time. Now we're going to do our harmonic intervals. Those notes happen at the same time. So we're going to go second, third, fourth, fifth, and our left hand second, third, fourth, fifth. Notice in our right hand, our top note is moving up. We're keeping the same bottom note, so move it up, keep that thumb. In our left hand, we're doing the opposite. We're keeping the thumb steady and we're moving our bottom note down. Okay? If that is tricky for you, you can go back, watch it again, take it as slowly as you need to. I'm going to move on now and take a look at page 51. We have two new songs, and I happen to like both of these. Feels a little bit like Valentine's Day when I look at these songs. They're a lot of fun. The first one is called Love Somebody. And we have all our right hand notes are starting G, B, D, D, and we have A, B, C. G, B, D, D again. C, B, A, going backwards. G, B, D, D again. A, B, C. B, B, A, G, G, G. Our left hand, I think the most important thing to notice is that we are doing intervals here. We're doing the same intervals we did in our exercise earlier, our harmonic intervals. Second, third, and fourth. And then we're going backwards. Fourth, third, and second. Second, third, and fourth again. And then we have just third, third, third. Okay, so keep in mind that your thumb is going to be staying on that D for all of these intervals. Only our bottom note is changing. C for a second, B for a third, or A for a fourth. I hope that makes sense to you. So let's take a look and see how the song sounds. Again, we're going to put our hands in G position. Left hand pinky starts on G, A, B, C, D. Our right hand thumb starts at the next G up, G, A, B, C, D. Okay? So let's take a look. First we're going to do the melody for Love Somebody. All right, so that's our right hand part. Our left hand part, we're just gonna pause, 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 pause. Pause, 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 pause. Pause, 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 pause. Pause, 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 and play the thirds. Okay, let's hear how it sounds when we put them both together. Okay, so that is Love Somebody. Take it one hand at a time and get very comfortable with those before you try to put them together, okay? Now, our other song that we have on page 51 is called A Friend Like You. Okay, this one here, we have some very long notes. Do you remember what a tie is? A tie is when we have a note that extends even longer than it already is. So we have a whole note tied with a quarter note. That equals 5 beats altogether. And then we have a quarter note, and that is tied, oh sorry, a whole note tied with a quarter note right there. So that's 5 beats as well. And then we have a whole note tied with a quarter note right there, third time. And for the fourth time, a whole note tied with a quarter note. So all of those are going to be 5 beats long. Let's notice what these notes are in the right hand. We have D, B, A, G, hold it, hold it, hold it, D, C, B, A, hold that A, D, C, B, A, hold it again, D, B, A, G, and hold the G. Okay? In the left hand, again, I think it's very helpful to notice intervals. We have a fifth, a fourth, a third, fourth, and fifth. So again, our thumb is staying the same on this D note through all of that. And our left hand, our lower note is going G, A, B, A, G through that. Then we have fourth, third, second, third, fourth. So our low note is going A, B, C, B, back to A. Then we do the same thing again, A, B, C, B, A with our low note, or the intervals, if you prefer, are fourth, third, second, third, and fourth. Then we go back to our original intervals, fifth, fourth, third, fourth, fifth. So our low note is going to here go G, A, B, A, G. So keep in mind, again, with all of your left-hand parts here, you're going to be keeping the same D note with your left-hand thumb. Okay, so let's give it a try and see how this sounds. This is A Friend Like You, starting with the right hand. Remember, we're putting our thumb on G. G, A, B, C, and D. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when you're playing this both hands together, you don't have to worry so much about how long you're holding it. You're going to hold it for as many notes as there are in the left hand. That's kind of how it works together. This is the left hand part now. Remember, we're starting with our pinky on G. A, B, C, D. We're going to go rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Okay, so putting hands together, it sounds like this. Okay, so that is A Friend Like You. On page 51, we learned Love Somebody and A Friend Like You. And then on page 50, we did our two exercises, the melodic intervals as well as the harmonic intervals. I think that's probably enough to work on for today. Let me know if you have any questions about this, or if you have any questions about your previous assignment. Okay, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.